So as you are communicating with me, how do you perceive me, as like energy patterns?
Sort of. Even if I were to see you physically, you would still be energy patterns, just very slow, vibrating energy patterns that make you appear to be physical. You're always looking at energy patterns. Always.
Hmm.
Always. I see you as multi-layered. One layer is physical, one layer is etheric, one layer is astral, one layer is mental, one layer is spiritual. I see you in 5 levels, in 5 layers,
Hmm.
each one superimposed on the other one.
Are you also communicating with like my higher self?
Well, I'm speaking to you, aren't I? So it
Uh,
sounds like you assume you're separate from your higher self. Obviously, I'm speaking to your higher self if I'm speaking to you. Unless,
yes,
of course, you're fundamentally separate. In that case, I'd have to get my astral cell phone out and call your higher self because it's elsewhere. It's
true,
not,
true.
it's within you. If I'm speaking to you, I'm also speaking to your higher self. So it sounds like you're still building that relationship, which is fine. The passionate state, the ecstatic state will make that more conscious. The point of human life is multifaceted. However, there is a certain thing that can be said that really nails it, you could say. One of the many infinite points of human life is for the human being to become its higher self. Individuals that are not doing that are in many ways creating deviation from their path, deviation from the natural way, deviation from the evolutionary trajectory. Now, it's not a true deviation because everything is ultimately in service to the whole. But in terms of how you experience your path, many of you would classify that as a sort of deviation from what is natural to you. So one of the many points that exists connected to human life is becoming that higher self. You do that through really bringing what is within you out, taking that state of ecstasy, love, and bliss, and bringing it out through self-expression.
Hmm. Yeah.
Do that enough, you'll become your higher self.
Okay. And I understand that this is something that's kind of unique to the human experience, how when we incarnate here, how we do create this illusion maybe of being separate from our higher self, but that's just so we can have that experience of forgetting and remembering and that whole journey.
Because it compels you to master yourselves.
Hmm.
It initiates, it catalyzes a process of self-mastery, of self-perfection. Truly. Because if everything was already established, there'd be no challenge. The whole thing's already done. If there's no challenge, there's no growth.
Mhm.
Because you have created separation, now you're compelled to grow. Now you're compelled to discover. Now you're compelled to explore. Now you're compelled to challenge yourselves. This is where growth happens. Earth is a place where gods are grown. Truly. That's what this is. You are in a garden of divinity. You are in a garden of ascended masters in the making. That's what this is. That's why there's the challenges you have here. This is a master level experience. Remember, you start as the source. The one becomes the two. The two automatically gives rise to the three. And so on and so forth, all the way down until you get to the 10, which is this physical reality. You have had to descend in consciousness 9 times before experiencing this. Each descent contains within it multiple incarnations. If this were a video game, you're at one of the final levels. So this place is designed to challenge you so you can awaken that divine essence within yourself so you can grow it. And this can make you into a very unique type of being that is capable of all types of different things. You're familiar with the idea of extraterrestrials being you from the future?
Yes.
Have you heard of this? That's what you have the possibility of becoming now, immediately after this lifetime, through becoming that during this lifetime. Ascended masters, as you know, come from Earth. Ascended masters can bend space and time and can travel to all types of different worlds. There are some ascended masters that are considered to be extraterrestrials by beings on other planets and other physical realities. Many of the ETs that visit your world are ascended masters that graduated from other physical realities, from other planets similar to yours. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. And then, as I look at someone like Yeshua or Babaji, these are humans who have attained that mastery, correct?
Exactly. Yes. Yes. They're way showers, so you can understand what's possible.
Tyler was talking about this in one of his videos, that they did certain practices maybe while they were alive, sort of, inner alchemical practices, magical practices to basically attain like immortality.
Yes.
Not of their physical body, but of their energetic body.
Yes. As well as their consciousness, as they experience themselves within the human lifetime. That's preserved. It's not recycled, as it is for many of you. That's why you don't know who you are when you get here. Your personality from the other lifetimes recycled. When you obtain spiritual immortality, the personality construct's preserved. And not only is it preserved, it's illuminated with divinity. So it's not like a lower self is what is preserved. The divine self that remembers its journey is what is preserved.
As I look at that, I see that, ultimately that the goal, I know that I'm still on maybe at the beginning of that path, but, seeing those humans as examples.
Yes, yes. It's available for all of you. This is what Yeshua was talking about when he mentioned saving a seat for you at the table. It means there's a way to obtain this. There's a method to obtain this and create this.
And that method, I guess, as you raise your frequency, as you raise your consciousness, that method will be more and more revealed to you.
Exactly. Yes. People whom are capable of showing you that will appear. Some of them out of thin air.
Literally.
Remember, the techniques the channel teaches are designed to do this.
Yes. Yeah,
so closer than you think. And again, the ways he teaches are just a few of the many different ways that are out there. They're simply the most sophisticated ones he's come across. That's why he teaches them. So many traditions will have their own ways. Focus on primarily Tibetan Buddhism. Focus primarily on Taoism. Focus primarily on Western Hermeticism. These are three paths whom have methods that have been preserved. These ways are still practiced and are still present. There are yogic paths as well. There are yogic ways of going about this. Those might be a little more occult. They're not impossible to find. They are there. But these are the types of traditions that are still on your planet, that are still doing these things. Yes.